Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. New series time because I can. So I got bored and thought I might just make a series on how I do various terraforming because I enjoyed a lot and I just wanted to. And yeah, I just wanted to start a series just walking you guys through how I do terraforming on certain things. And yeah, let's get straight into the video. Don't delay it any longer. As you could read from the title and thumbnail, we're doing a river. So yeah, that should be fun. I have done a few rivers before, and I thought I might start with the river just because I kind of have to for an upcoming series I'm doing. I can't really spoil too much, but I think you guys will like it. But yeah, so that's an upcoming thing. And yeah, so river. I don't know why I've delayed it for so long. So the first thing I like to do when plotting out a river is kind of just mark where you want it to go. You can either do this with blue wool or just any block really. I don't know why I specifically chose blue wool. I mean netherrack would probably be best because it's the easiest to get rid of. But I would also recommend kind of just maybe digging it out a bit, just a basic area, and don't have the river going completely straight. Like it's kind of straight how I've got it now, but you also want it to have like some turns in it too. Alright, so you can kind of see what I've done. This isn't completely what I'm gonna do. This is kind of just a base. I will add more little bits later. For example, here I want to kind of just have a bit of an offshoot bit. So yeah, you can kind of see what I'm talking about. So you do want a clear start point for the river too. I'm thinking about here because I want to build a waterfall later in the series, but for now we're just going to start with the river. And what I like to do next is just get rid of the two blocks around the blocks you've marked out. So you can see I've kind of just dug out the river a bit. Now what you want to do is just dig down another layer, but when you get to the more thin bits like this, don't dig down the extra layer. You want it to come up a bit. So yeah, you just leave that, but you do all the rest of it. Alright, now we've got all that down, you also want to kind of, not here because this is where the waterfall is going to be eventually, but you're going to want to take out an extra block around the rim. But again, when you get to the thin areas like this, you don't want to dig out the extra bit because that's where it's going to be like thin, because yeah, I am not good with words today. I am very tired because I could not get to sleep last night. So yeah, now we've got a kind of riverbed set up. What you want to do is you want to get a few different stone types, and we're just going to go around and replace this bottom bit in. I would recommend just replacing it all with one stone type to start off with, and then going and doing the detail later. Now you can see I've got the base in. I did switch to gravel halfway through just because I want a lot of gravel in it. So now we're just going to go around and start doing some very basic detailing. Don't go too overboard just yet because there's still a whole bunch more we need to do. Right, now you can see I've kind of got that basic detailing in with the different stone types, and now what we want to do is we want to get some different slabs and kind of just go along and kind of a few, don't go too overboard. This is just for a little bit of extra detail, and you can kind of see what I mean. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some coarse dirt. It has to be coarse dirt, it can't not be coarse dirt, and just go along this outer rim and place that in. This is so that the grass doesn't grow on it. I mean, I don't think the grass can grow on it when will be water underwater, but just in case, because I'm dumb and don't know much about Minecraft. Alright, now we've got that in, you can kind of see where the river's going. Now, we're not going to put the water in just yet. We want to do some more detailing around the outside edge. And I think that could be good with some mycelium. And I think some soul sand and soul soil could also look alright. So, yeah, alright. So now we're just going to go around this outside edge and just add a bit of mycelium and soul blocks. Alright, so you can see what I've done. Now this bit here, I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to do just yet. Maybe I might even do that in a future episode. But I do want to, actually no, I will tell you now. I do want to do a custom tree there. I'll probably do an episode on custom trees. But you can kind of just see what I've done. I've put all the soul sand, and don't go too overboard with it. Like, I think I've probably gone a bit overboard with it. But now what we want to do is we need to get some walls, and we will kind of just put them sticking up out of this bit. Also, I forgot about podzol. Podzol could also work pretty well in with this, so you can mix some podzol in here as well. Alright, so you can kind of just see what I've done, and now it's time for the moment of truth of actually adding in some water. Now what I like to do is I like to start off with this little bottom layer here and just kind of just fill it all in. So now we've got the water in the bottom layer. Now we need to do the outer layer a bit, so we'll just go along the edge. Now we've got all that in. Now I just want to do a bit of extra detail around the edges with some mossy cobblestone slabs. I think that would just look nice. Now I know I say this a lot in this video, but don't go overboard. That is the number one rule of terraforming, in my opinion. You don't want it to be way too cluttered and just hard to look at, but you also don't want to go underboard, if that's a word. I don't know if it is. So yeah, just even like that is way too much. You just want it to be subtle. And don't be afraid to add in some plant life either. I know this kind of looks a bit dead, but that's supposed to just be mud. Like, plant life can look good. Now I'll leave this area because it's a custom tree that I said we were going to do eventually. I know a lot of people don't like the jungle wood types and leaves, and I don't know why. I personally really like it. I know it's kind of difficult to integrate into build sometimes, but when you do it and it looks good, it looks really good. So yeah, I'd recommend trying to use it more often if you don't. But yeah, just a suggestion, don't feel obliged to or anything. But yeah, I'm going to start putting some of these drip leaves in. Now, lily pads don't, because rivers are supposed to be flowing and the lily pads would kind of just drift away. However, drip leaves are fine because you can see they're kind of just attached to roots and stuff, so drip leaves are fine. But yeah, otherwise just regular lily pads. I mean, you could, but I would honestly recommend against it. But also what I want to do is kind of just add some moss into the floor. Just as a bit of extra greenery to the actual river itself. So I'm starting to think this river is looking pretty good. Now another optional little thing you can add is seagrass. I know it's a river and yeah, but like it looks alright. Kelp I would not really use, just because kelp, like, it looks better when it's a lot taller. In this shorter little area I wouldn't really use kelp, but it is a possibility. I'm not going to use it, but you could if you really wanted to. Now another optional little thing you could do is if you just want it to glow a little bit, so I've set the time to night, you can kind of just add in some glow lichen and that'll lighten the thing up a bit. It's like, you see what I mean, the river kind of glows of a night time. So yeah, I'm getting ready to start calling this river complete. Like, it's looking pretty good in my opinion. So yeah, that river, I'm going to call it done. So yeah, this river's now done. I hope you have enjoyed today's little video. I know it's a bit random, but I want to make a series out of this, just some of the terraforming techniques I use. So yeah, if you want to see more, make sure to like the video and subscribe, and just leave any suggestions you have or just one of the things you want to see in the comments below, because I really want to hear them. I want to do a whole bunch of stuff to this area and make it look very terraformed. So yeah, another thing I didn't really do, you can kind of make it multi-layered so it's flowing down from somewhere. I will probably do that when I add the waterfall. But yeah, so that'll do it for today, guys, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one if you choose to watch it. Bye.